Today, after 3 seconds, I'm going to close the laptop. Time up. Okay. Up in your amplified. Amplified. Good. So, class. Let's look on the board. Hello? Good. Let's look. This here. Angela, please. That's your turn. We're going to do something interesting. Table 3. Table 3. Look on the board. We're going to do something interesting. Why is it interesting? Just as we went to recess, before we went to recess, did you take some lunch?
Yes. No.
Okay, what did they prepare today?
Actually, I don't know. It was chicken and tenders and stuff like chicken tenders and chicken. No, it was chicken.
Thank you. Chicken tenders and mozzarella sticks, right?
Chicken. And chicken.
Okay, and chicken, good. So, today,
And pizza.
and pizza, okay, thank you. So today we're going to learn about it's okay, thank you. We're going to learn about some organ systems of our body. As you already know, we have systems in our body. There is the system that controls our breathing, and also the system that controls and digests the food we eat, and also the systems that controls the circulation, like the movement of our blood to our hearts, to our blood to our heart, to the rest of the body. Good. So before that, let's launch metabolism simulation, if you do remember. Click on the link. Click on the link. Silence in 4, in 3, okay, in 2, in 1. Miriam. So, now we are going to look at something here. We are going to observe something. Which one is the oxygen? Which one is the oxygen?
The green one.
The green one. So let's look at what happens when we breathe in oxygen. Where does the oxygen go, and where does it reach, and what does the body do? Listen to this.
Can't hear.
Just observe.
That sounds crazy.
Just observe the green circle and see where it goes. Whatever you see, let me know. Where does the green circles come from? Where does it come from? And where does it reach, and then where does it go? The green circle, that's the oxygen. Yeah. Where does it go? Okay, let's continue. Table 1. How to see concentrating. What's this? That's the respiratory system. So, where does oxygen go? It comes from the mouth and to the lungs, and then some of them go to the it goes to the circulatory system. And then some of them get to the cells in the body, in the mitochondria. Thank you, Amber. Thank you very much. As you can see, the oxygen from our mouth and nose, it gets to the lungs. Then some of them will get to the circulatory system. Angela, please look on the board. Thank you. Thank you. So it gets to the circulatory system, then it will be circulated. Some of them will get to the mitochondria, that's the cells in the body, and then some of them will just keep circulating. Good. So now, we're going to do one experiment right now. So as you can see on your tables, you have assigned sheets. What does it say here? Lung station, thank you. And then what does it say here? No, let them go from here. Jeremiah, what does it say here? Intestine. Station. Small intestine station. And what does it say here? Table 2. Brain cell station. And then table. This table, what does it say here? Leg muscle cell station. So today, what we're going to learn is how do molecules, class, look at it. How do molecules from food and air get to the cells in the body? What do we eat? Why do we eat food? Why do we eat food? We can survive.
So we can live.
Energy. Survive. And also energy. Good. So we will survive and also get energy. Okay. Whenever we breathe, do we survive when we breathe? Yes, we do. We breathe. Breathe in oxygen first. But then if we do not breathe, you will die. Thank you. So now we're going to start the demonstration. Here we have our these colors will represent the protein we eat. The protein we eat. No, I'm not going to eat them. It is going to represent the protein we eat. Can you mention some food that when you eat, you're going to get protein? Which food can you get protein from? From eggs? From chicken? Good. From cheese? Good. Really? I never knew. And then this will represent the oxygen we breathe in. Good. And also, we have this one representing the starch we take in. Zero starch. Food like pizza, it has a lot of starch in it. Bread, a lot of pastries, they do have what? Starch in them. So now we're going to do something. This way the video so
I have a question.
Yep.
Does chips have starch?
Chips, yes.
How?
We are going to watch a short
The
video.
model for today, you will have index cards.
Your computer needs to be at 45 right now. 45 is 5, 45 is 4, 45 is 3, 45 is 2,
Wait, what kind of
45 is 1. No one should be typing at this point. Your eyes are on the board. You just need it. Can you close your computer for 5, please?
Good.
In the model for today, you will have index cards with a hole in them, representing the villi and the alveoli.
Good. So, in the model today, we are going to learn about some two things. Class, we are going to learn about some two things. We have the villi and the alveoli. Good. Table 4, they have the villi. The villi. I'm going to teach you what the villi is. And then also table 3, they have the alveoli. Good. No, that's an alveoli.
What's the bill?
It's on this table.
Did you write it?
No, I didn't.
Let's take a closer look at each of these structures to find out what they do.
Good. So we're going to learn what is their importance in our body. We have the villi and also we have the alveoli. The alveoli can be found in the lungs. Class, look here. The alveoli can be found in the lungs. As it's all here. The villi can be found in the small intestine. Good. The villi can be found in the small intestine. Good. Now we're going to start learning about the villi and their importance to our bodies. Have you ever heard of the word villi before? Have you ever heard of villi before?
Yeah, wait, no.
Villi. Just right now. Good. Ika, Daryl and Nelson, take computer 45. We're not going to use the computers right now.
They're playing
No.
games.
Computer 45.
No, it's not.
Thank you. So, let's look here.
Villi are part of the
Class. Science in 4, in 3, in 2, and in 1. Thank you. So, the villi. Let's watch.
villi are part of the digestive system.
What did she say? Villi. They are part of the digestive system. Thank you. Thank you.
They,
No, okay, it's okay. You can close the computers, okay? Let's close the computers. Yeah, just close it. Close it. Close it, close it. Yes. Thank you. Good. So, Daryl, close the computer. Thank you, Daryl.
they are tiny finger-like parts that line
Let's listen, let's watch. Please.
digestive system. They are tiny finger-like parts that line our small intestines.
Where are they found? So, let's rewatch it.
They are tiny finger-like parts that line our small intestines.
That are found in the small intestine. Let's rewatch again. Let's listen.
Villi are part of the digestive system.
Good.
They are tiny finger-like parts that line our small intestines.
Good. They are tiny. So they are like fingers. They are found in our small intestine.
Inside the villi, we can see tiny blood vessels.
Good. What did she say? Inside the villi, we can find tiny blood vessels. What is their name? Capillaries. Capillaries. Good.
Looking even closer, we can see the cells that make up the villi walls.
Good. This is how the villi looks like. Villi walls.
Molecules from the food we eat can pass through the villi cells into the bloodstream.
So, whatever we eat, do you know how the food we eat gets to our blood? It has to get to our stomach, then into our small intestine. Then in the small intestine, we have this structure called villi. We have this structure called villi. So the villi has blood capillaries. It has blood vessels called capillaries. Those capillaries will then move the nutrients that we get in our food into our blood, our bodies. Thank you. Just remember. Okay, she says she's traumatized because she just learned that they are physical figures. No, it says they are finger-like structures. They look like figures, but they are very tiny. Tiny.
Watch how these glucose molecules are moving into the bloodstream.
Good. We're going to watch how glucose molecules get into our bodies.
This is also what happens with molecules of amino acids. The bloodstream carries glucose and amino acids to every cell in the body. Now that we have seen the structure of the villi, let's take a look at the alveoli.
So, the first structure is the villi. Table 4. We just learned about the villi. Good. So now, the next structure is the table 3. The next structure is the alveoli. The next structure is the alveoli. Thank you, thank you. Now, let's watch.
The alveoli are part of the respiratory system.
Where can the alveoli be found? Respiratory system. Thank you.
They are located at the very end of the branching tubes of the lungs.
So these are the alveoli.
The alveoli are tiny sacs covered in blood vessels.
So the alveoli are tiny sacs. Very well. Look at the book. The alveoli are tiny sacs that are found on the lungs and has blood capillaries covered over them. Yes. So these are the blood
Looking
vessels.
inside the alveoli, we can see the air from each breath. We can
So whenever we breathe, when it gets to the lungs, it will get to the alveoli too, because the alveoli is on our lungs. So the alveoli are tiny air sacs. When we breathe, it gets to the alveoli, then the alveoli will then push it with the blood vessels on it. As you can see, the blood vessels covering it. Then it will then send the oxygen into our blood. Let's watch.
We can also see red blood cells. Let's look even closer. These are molecules of oxygen in the air we breathe.
So these are the oxygen in the air we breathe. Just a demonstration. Let's watch.
Oxygen molecules can pass through the alveoli into the red blood cells. The bloodstream delivers the oxygen to every cell in the body. Even though the villi and alveoli are found in different parts of the body, they have similar functions. They are both transfer points for molecules to enter the bloodstream. That is why they are both represented by the same thing in the model.
So, class, let's watch. Let's see. The villi and the alveoli, they have some similarities. What's the similarities? Their work looks alike. The villi is found in the small intestine, and the alveoli is found in the lungs. Good. So the villi is found in the small intestine. Good. And the alveoli is found in the lungs. The villi is found in the small intestine, and the alveoli is found in the lungs. Good. So, yeah. So, the similarities they do have is that the villi, it has, the villi is, what's the function of the villi? It's whenever we eat, the nutrients that we get, the nutrients, is being sent to our blood by the villi. And then alveoli too, whenever we breathe, the oxygen is sent to our blood by the alveoli. That's the difference. So this one is for the food we eat, And then this one is for the oxygen we're breathing. Good.
An index card with a hole in it.
So as you can see, class, you all have those index cards. Let's see your cards. Let's see your card. Dario, pick up your card, yeah? Thank you. And then table 2. Pick up your card. I want to see your card. Thank you. Table 4. I want to see your card. Good. Thank you. And then table 3. Pick up your card. Thank you. No, it's just a It's just a
There's one more index card in the model. It represents the cell membrane of every cell in the body.
So reflect about 2 things. Daryl and Daryl. Nelson. Good.
It represents the cell membrane of every.
So the final one is what? The cell membrane. Which group has the cell membrane? This table has the cell membrane. Daryl, what do you have on it? Cell membrane. And then which one do you have? Cell membrane? Great. We're going to learn about the cell membrane.
Each cell in the body. The cell membrane is much smaller than the villi or alveoli.
So, questions. The villi and alveoli. The villi or the cell membrane? Which one is bigger? The alveoli. Let's listen.
The cell membrane is much smaller than the villi or alveoli. However, like the villi and alveoli, the cell membrane is a transfer point for molecules.
Good. What's the purpose of the cell membrane?
Like the villi and alveoli, the cell membrane is a transfer point for molecules.
What? For molecules. Good. So, as we have the alveoli and villi, they send all their materials to the bloodstream. In the bloodstream, we will have the cell membrane that's going to send it into different parts of the body. Good.
The cell membrane allows certain molecules to enter and leave the cell. In your model today, all 3 transfer points are represented by index cards with holes in them.
Great. So, we have this one. Look at this one. Look at this. Watch this. Look at the slide. Yeah, which one is this? It's the starch. Good. And then what's this? Glucose. Thank you. So, glucose. Let's look at something. Let's look at something. Whenever we eat, let's say this morning I ate the bread. So, the bread, can this 3 go into this? No, it can't. So whenever you eat, your body has to break it down. It has to what? Break it down. That's why when we eat, we masticate. We churn the food. Keep churning, eating, chewing. Yeah, we keep chewing the food, and then it will become smaller, so that it will turn into just 1. So the 1 is the glucose. Can I put the 1 in the villi? Yes. But then I cannot put the 3 in the blood because this one is too big. So our bodies cannot take in maybe bread into our blood. It will be very, very strange to find a bread in our blood, right? But it will be strange to find a glucose, but because the glucose is too small that you can't see. You got it? Good. So now we're going to do a few little experiment. Good. Good. Now we also have the oxygen. Let's look at this one. We have the oxygen. We have the oxygen. Can the oxygen go into the alveoli? Yes. The oxygen doesn't need to be broken down because it's already a molecule. You got it? Look, the oxygen, can it go through it?
Yes.
Yes. It's already in a simple form, so it doesn't need to be broken down. Good. But then for our foods, it has to be broken down. You got it? Yeah, you can. So now I want to start. Class, Aaron, look at the table, this table. Look, come on, let's begin.